Okay, so let's take a look at this guy here. So notice it's being driven with a period of 4 seconds, right? So what's the period of this guy? Well, ooh, look, it's 4 seconds, right? It goes through a full cycle in 4 seconds. So this is a resonant system, right? And so this guy, the driver, this oscillator, right, lags 90 degrees behind the driver. Or another way to say that is the driver is 90 degrees ahead. Okay. Well, let's look at what does 90 degrees mean, right? Well, this is 360 degrees, right? This is 180 degrees. This is 90 degrees, right? So we can just divide this up, right? 90, 90, 90, 90, right? Okay. So let's take a look at this guy here. So if we are, the driver basically is just going to be 90 degrees ahead. So let's look at our x, right? At 1 second, it's going to be 90 degrees ahead of us, right? So our x is equal to 0. 1 second, x equals 0, right? At 2 seconds, remember the driver is going to be 90 degrees ahead of us, right? X is equal to negative x naught, right? This is our amplitude, which looks to be about, what, 18 or something like that, right? Okay, so x at 2 seconds, here's where we are, right? The driver is 90 degrees ahead of us because we're lagging 90 degrees behind it, right? So it's at negative x naught, right? At 3 seconds, okay, the driver's again ahead of us, so the driver is at 0, right? And at 4 seconds, we're here, the driver is going to be ahead of us. Okay, so at 4 seconds, the x of the driver is equal to positive whatever the amplitude of the driver is, right? Now, this is the amplitude of the oscillator, right? We don't know what the amplitude of the driver is. Okay, that's why I'm just saying x naught or whatever, okay? Now, if we talk about the velocity of it, right? They'll ask you for the velocity. Let's think about the velocity, right? At 1 second, the driver is going to be here. And so basically it's going to be a negative maximum, right? It's going to be some negative at 1 second. It's going to actually be the maximum velocity at negative, right? So we could say actually negative v naught for it, right? Okay. At 2 seconds, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. We could be all formal here, right? At 2 seconds, the driver is going to be here. Well, that's 0 velocity, right? Okay, at 3 seconds, the driver is going to be here, and it's going to be positive some maximum velocity, right? And at 4 seconds, the driver is, of course, ahead of us, so that it's, again, going to be 0, okay? So just remember, if they give you a graph like this, or they like to give word questions like this, just remember that if it's resonant, the driver is going to be 90 degrees ahead of us, or we're lagging 90 degrees behind the driver, okay?